So, radiotherapy. I was slightly worried about radiotherapy. The idea of it isn't very nice, being zapped with radiation, obviously, because you always associate that with negative effects. So, and I never really understood to this day how radiation works as a cancer treatment. I presume it's something to do with how the cancer cells vibrate differently to normal body cells, and therefore they die off, whereas our body recovers. Don't know though. I have tried looking it up, but I've not come across an easy answer. So what's involved with radiotherapy? For me, it was decided that I was going to have 4 weeks of daily radiotherapy. That's weekdays only, not the weekends. 3 weeks was of the whole breast area, and then the final week was targeted just on the tumour site. Now remember, for me, I've already had my tumour removed by surgery, so this is mopping up any cells that might be remaining. For radiotherapy, you have to have actual tattoos. This didn't really occur to me, when they say you can get tattoos done for radiotherapy, you presume, for some reason, because I know what a tattoo is, that it's going to be something temporary, like a henna tattoo, I guess, is more what I was thinking. But no, you have an actual tattoo, or 3 of them in my case. So I had a tattoo done in the centre, and then 1 on either side of my body. And what these are for is so that they can line your body up with the laser sights in exactly the same position each time, so they know exactly where they're directing the radiation. So I had all that done. It must have been, I'm not very good with time scales, I should have thought about this earlier. I guess it must have been 3 weeks or so after my last chemotherapy, where you go in for a pre-radio appointment to get measured up for the machines. And all that involves is lying in a big scanner, one of those ones with the big circle around that you go in and out of. They've got different sized blocks basically to put under your neck and under your legs, and they try all the different sizes on you to get you in the most comfortable position that has the right distance from your chin to your breastbone and has you lying comfortably and supported. And then they'll use those blocks every time. Then they do the tattoos there and then on you, so you're all lined up and measured up and lying down straight, flat on the bed, and the lasers are shone on you, like a little grid, and they literally just nick you. I'm going to show you my breastbone tattoo here. Hopefully that's all. So there we go. That little dot there. So it's literally just like a pen mark. That one in the centre didn't hurt at all. The one on the non-surgery side, that hurt a little bit, like a needle scratch. But the one on my surgery side, just because I was still healing, I guess, with the nerves and stuff, because I've still got lots of numbness on that side. The patch that it was being tattooed there, that probably put put me off getting an actual tattoo. If it actually hurts, you know, for this tattoo, it's very, very brief, you know, just a quick stab and done. But I can imagine having a full picture done. Not sure about that. But yeah, that appointment was all fine. Didn't last that long. They take your photograph at my hospital so that all the radiographers and everyone can recognise you. And then you can have a chat with the head radiographer. I think that's the right title. To go through what's going to happen and any questions you might have. Maybe remember to ask how it all actually works biologically if you're interested in that, because I had many an opportunity to ask but never did. Yeah, so then I started on my daily routine. 5 weeks post chemo, that would have been. So I finished chemo. I had my last chemo on the 24th of August, and I started radiotherapy on, it was after the 28th of September. It was the first week of October, basically. And yeah, the most difficult part of that is the travel each day. It took us a good hour each way getting up to the hospital, because all my appointments I'd asked to be at the beginning or the end of the day so that I could go to work as much as possible. And that was obviously during rush hour, so it took us extra time. My mum drove me every time. So what happens is you go and sit in the waiting room and they call your name. You go through, get your boobies out. So you basically strip off to the waist. I found it particularly helpful to wear a loose fitting stretchy vest top that I could just take off from the top rather than having to totally take it off. Just take the arms down and then keep my boobies just about covered until I was sat on the machine, and then you can just, you know, well, you know what it's like, you get used to getting your boobs out for anyone and everyone. So yeah, it depends how shy or cold you are, because, you know, it's quite chilly. So they do give you like a strip of paper towel to cover your modesty if that's what you want, but that felt a bit silly to me, so I didn't really use that. Then you lie on the bed. There are screens up in front of you with all the information on, all the measurements and stuff, and your little face picture. I had to stare at mine every day, annoyed at the fact that they'd taken a photo of me wearing a hat and the hat is back to front. It looks really stupid, but anyway. You lie down, they turn the lasers on, they shift you around, edge you millimetre by millimetre, got your blocks under your neck to support you. You just lie still and calm. They put you into the right position, make sure everything's measured up correctly. They have cameras on you, so once you're all set up, they can press the switch and go out the room, because obviously it's radiation, so they can't be in there with you. But they keep an eye on you at all times through the cameras and can hear you. So if there's ever any issue, they'll be straight back in with you. And then you just lie there for a few minutes as the machine does its thing. It's nothing scary or noisy. There's a buzzer when the actual radiation is being directed at you. Some of the appointments are longer than others because they take x-rays at the same time to ensure that you're all lined up properly internally, and they check your organs are in the right positions and stuff, and then direct the radiation. You can see in the reflection of the machine as it goes over you the sort of light patch of where it's directing on your body. And then yeah, it was quite nice in my hospital. On the ceiling they had sort of a light box ceiling with a picture of the sky and some tree branches over you, so it was like lying in a park. But yeah, it doesn't feel like anything is being done to you. It doesn't hurt, it's, you know, you don't feel anything. And as quickly as it starts, it's over again. If you need to itch your face, don't. You've got to stay really still the whole time. But they say if you need to sneeze or cough or anything, don't move your body, just, you know, sneeze or cough at the machine, doesn't matter where it goes, because they'll clean it down afterwards. Just, you know, try and stay in the same position. Yeah, then you hop up, get dressed, and off you go, on with your day. I was really lucky because I didn't really have many side effects. They said, you know, it's going to make you feel really tired and you can get issues with your skin because it's effectively like a burn that they're doing to you. So, you know, if you react to it, it can get a bit blistered and sunburnt type thing. But I had my follow-up with my consultants about in the 3rd week. And he brought in 2 medical students with him. So I said, you know, do you want to have a look, see how it's going? And they were like, yes, please. In a, you know, polite, slightly embarrassed way. So I whipped my boob out for them as well. I'm not sure if they were quite expecting that, if they just wanted to see a little bit of skin like I'm going to show you in a minute. But I'd already got my boob out for several people that day, so why not them too? And I'm now 2 weeks clear of finishing radiotherapy, so everything's totally calmed down now and you can hardly see. But I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there we go. You see, the skin has gone quite brown and sort of freckly. It's basically like a bit of a weird tan. And it's a very straight line across there because you have the radiotherapy with your arms above your head. So when I've got my arm up, it's straight, there's a straight square box around my boob, but obviously when I put my arm down it goes to a bit of a slant there. The worst problem I had is the nipple. Basically was very itchy, it peeled a little bit and went quite swollen, and you know, the area was quite firm. You know, well, it's reacting to the treatment basically, isn't it? So it was a bit tender, a little bit sore to move my arm around, like if I thought about it, but it didn't stop me doing anything. But the nipple really did itch quite a lot, so that was the main irritation I had, and that's only just stopped recently because they say the effects of the radiotherapy sort of peak 2 weeks post-treatment and can last for sort of 4 weeks afterwards. So I'm 2 weeks post-treatment now and everything's healing and calming and getting better. I didn't suffer too much with tiredness, well, no more than I was already feeling anyway, so that was good. I've been going to work, and yeah, the consultant himself said that my reaction looked better than expected, so all good on that front, and fingers crossed it's done what it should do.